What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and you have got to be kidding me. There is a lot of bad information circulating right now about the fourth stimulus check. I know a lot of people tell me that, but I don't actually see it. I just kind of do my own thing here on the channel and provide you guys with the latest updates. But take a look at this. It's actually in the news. It says, stimulus update. Is there a fourth stimulus check for $2,500 coming on July 30th? And you guys, I can tell you right now that there is not. Now, you guys know I keep up to date on everything that's going on in Congress, do my best to report to you, share with you all the sources so you know I'm getting the information directly from these reports and Congress. And I can tell you that that is not happening. I'm going to be reading this article just in case, because actually the past couple days have had people ask me how much are dependents getting and what are the eligibility requirements for the fourth stimulus check that's on its way. What I didn't realize is that people are seeing this rumor that's circulating thinking that it's true. So I'm going to get you caught up in today's video, and as always, have all the sources and everything so that way you can read it for yourself and see. And I always do my best to just keep things clear and concise here on the channel. So I'm going to dive into this article, and then I'm going to share with you the current things that are on the table for the fourth check, where we stand with the current infrastructure bill that's going to have a stimulus portion, the second portion of that bill known as the American Families Plan. Let you know all the details and clear up any confusion. Well, with that being said, you guys, we're going to dive right in as of today, July 23rd. But before we do, if you can do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate these updates, keeping you up to date on stimulus, Congress, the economy, unemployment, anything having to do with money, do me a quick favor, just takes a second. Be sure to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Just takes a second. It helps me out a ton. Also, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and also share this out if you think other people need to hear it as well. Now, in addition to that, if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date on all this stuff, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and you can come join the Ram fam, the viewing community, and I'll keep you up to date, like I said. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into this article, and I'm going to get you caught up on where things actually stand with the fourth stimulus check and more stimulus. So you guys, link in the description below so that way you can follow along with me and you can see for yourself that I'm not just making up random stuff. So this article says, there have been 3 rounds of stimulus payments since the start of the pandemic. However, neither the White House nor Congress has approved a fourth stimulus round of direct relief as of right now, and it is uncertain if they will in the future. And those of you that follow me here on the channel know I keep you up to date on all that stuff. We saw a $1,200 check, a $600, a $1,400, and we're hearing talks about monthly reoccurring checks, a fourth or a fifth check, maybe $2,000. There is not an amount set or any of that stuff. We've seen some proposals put out, one by the House, one by the Senate. I'll be sure to share those with you. But at this moment, none of those proposals are currently in the American Families Plan. We will see if it gets included. But at the moment being, we still do not know. If anybody says that, oh, a check is coming, or if somebody says, we're absolutely not getting checks, you guys, nobody knows as of right now, okay? I'm just being honest, and we'd have no idea what Congress will do. We've seen in the past with the second stimulus check, they literally slipped it in just days before it got passed into law. So we will see. I will keep you up to date here on the channel. Now, reading on, it says, that has not kept rumors from flying around on social media about a fourth stimulus check being dispersed by the federal government, specifically a check amounting in $2,500 on July 30th. It says a fake social media post was uploaded to Facebook on July 15th and claimed that everyone would receive a $2,500 stimulus money as of July 30th. So you guys, apparently this was released on July 15th on Facebook. It is not serious. They put it out, I guess, as a joke. I don't necessarily think that's funny. There's a lot of people that need help right now and depending on some of these provisions, but apparently it was put out and it was misunderstood and people thought it was real, and it's spreading like crazy across social media. Now the article says it passed 10 minutes ago, the post claims, and it says they did it. Now the end of the post gives a link to an article and tells you what you need to do to get your direct deposit and how to receive it quicker and how to track it. And it says instead the link redirects you to an ape giving you the middle finger, according to USA Today. So you guys don't fall for that, and somebody's just messing around. It says it passed 10 minutes ago. Everyone gets another stimulus check for $2,500 on July 30th, 2021. They did it. Now, to repeat, this is fake, and there is not a fourth stimulus check for $2,500 coming later this month. Now, the article says the Biden administration has not passed any direct legislation regarding a fourth stimulus check, and that is true. At the time, we currently have two older proposals, one from the House and one from the Senate. And it says, and the majority of Congress has seemed to steer clear of a fourth stimulus package. That is not necessarily true. This might be an older article that needs to be updated because the fourth stimulus package, we're going to be getting stimulus provisions in the infrastructure bill known as the American Families Plan. And it says the stimulus package as well for now, preferring to focus on more targeted efforts as the economy improves. So as you guys know, we're going to be having that infrastructure bill. The first portion is going to be a bipartisan agreement that's going to be passing traditional infrastructure, roads, bridges, highways. The second portion of that infrastructure bill is going to be more stimulus for people known as human infrastructure that's going to be providing pretty much stimulus provisions, a stimulus package. And that is where, if we see another stimulus check, it's going to be included in there. That's where we're going to have more money for people. Now it says, people have drawn up petitions for a fourth stimulus check, including one that is closing in on 2.7 million signatures. So, okay, yes, so this article just needs to be updated. The information they're giving is accurate, but it's just dated because that petition has already closed in on about 3 million signatures already, and they're getting ready to send that forward to show that there's so much support for another stimulus check, and it's actually monthly reoccurring checks as the economy recovers from the pandemic related to shutdowns. Now, the federal government dispersed 3 rounds of stimulus payments. So you guys, let's go ahead and get you caught up on where things currently stand with that. All right, so here's an article that came out on July 5th. So earlier in the month, and you can see it says $2,000 a month stimulus check petitions reach 3 million signatures. And there are multiple petitions around the United States, and altogether they have hit 3 million signatures, and then they want to submit it to Congress to let them know that there is massive support for not just a fourth check, but monthly reoccurring checks in the amounts of $2,000 per person. Now, in addition to that, we are also hearing that President Joe Biden, he has confirmed that there's going to be more stimulus. Now, a stimulus package, not necessarily checks, but that could be a portion of it. Now, the third stimulus check that we saw for $1,400 per person and dependents, that was a $400 billion provision. Now, we'll see if we get that included, but take a look here. World leaders back Biden, G7 call for more economic stimulus, and this is a promise on a global scale, then not just the United States, but these top 7 wealthy countries in the world are all going to be providing stimulus together, so that way all of our currencies are being dished out at the same amount and nobody's is being inflated or not having value all at the same time. So they've already promised this one to another. So if we don't provide more stimulus, we're essentially going to be backing out of our word to other countries as well. So there will be more stimulus on the way. This infrastructure bill is going to be providing more stimulus. Now, in addition to that, we're also hearing that stimulus checks, Biden has left the door open to fourth checks. And we've heard White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki mention this in some of her interviews with the press, and she's let them know that they're open to it. And whatever it is that Congress decides that they want to have it, that they're going to be leaving it up to Congress to decide whether or not there will be a fourth stimulus check along with other provisions that they'd like to see included. And it says a fourth check, the White House says, possible payment. It is up to Congress. And this one came out in May. Now, here's another one that came out in May as well. Fourth stimulus check. Over 80 lawmakers now support further direct payments to Americans. So we know that there is support in the House and in the Senate for checks. Now, at the moment, they are discussing just getting the bipartisan agreement together and also getting the $3.5 trillion of the American Families Plan, a Democratic reconciliation agreement set. Then we're going to see what provisions are included, but they finalized that amount. They would like to see $3.5 trillion in stimulus provisions. Now it says, meet the 28 lawmakers who want to make stimulus checks reoccurring in Biden's infrastructure plan. And you can see Bernie Sanders, he's one of the people that's leading the charge on that. Now, also, March 31st, here is one of the proposals that had come out. It says, Senators Ed Markey, Elizabeth Warren, they push President Joe Biden for $2,000 monthly checks. And so this was one of the ones that was proposed from the Senate. They said they wanted to have $2,000 reoccurring checks throughout the course of the pandemic. Now, that's not the only one. We had also seen one come out from the House, and then it came out again here in 2021 when they were talking about having a fourth stimulus check. Take a look. It's from Rashida Tlaib and Jayapal. They're going to be introducing the ABC Act once again, and that was a one-time payment of $2,000 to everybody, and then $1,000 per month throughout the course of the pandemic, and then continuing on 1 year after the pandemic was announced over to help people as we're recovering. So those were the two proposals that were placed out for reoccurring checks or fourth checks. However, just to clarify, neither of those are currently in the American Families Plan, which is the second portion of the infrastructure package that's going to be providing stimulus to people. Now, currently, what is in there, what they're proposing, what Biden has called for, is for free childcare, for free college tuition, for an extension of the child tax credits. But there's a ton of provisions. I think there's about a dozen or 20 of them that people are proposing in Congress that be put in. And I think it's very likely that some of them will get included in there. We could see a fourth stimulus check. We could see more for SSI, SSDI. There's a ton of provisions that people want to see added in. And we will see what makes it in. But at this moment, they're not in there. We don't know if they'll get included or not. But know that on this channel, I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Well, you guys, I hope that clears things up, and I'm very sorry if you were confused by any of this, and I know people were asking me questions, and I think this might have been what they were seeing. Please always use caution whenever you're getting information from different sources. Always remember, if you hear somebody saying anything about like stimulus checks or things like that, always just ask them, can you show me the source that you got it from? And if they can do that, then we can go from there. But if they can't, and they're just making claims, well, always take it with a grain of salt. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps. And as always, if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button. I would appreciate it. It just takes a second. Really helps out the channel a ton. And if this is your first time here, come and join the viewing community, the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff. Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, I hope you guys have a great Friday. I will catch you in the next one. Remember, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You have guaranteed videos from me and also random videos throughout the day as news breaks. But with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Today's 3 p.m. video might be a little bit late because it's already late in the day. I got a late start, but I will get one up for you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.